I believe we can all do a little bit more. We can all live little bit more. We can all smile a little bit more. We can laugh a little bit more. We can love a little bit more. We can help a little bit more. And I think we can go the extra mile with things, you know. And I'm going to share with you a little story about others. I'm quite focused on others and serving others and helping others because I believe we can all do it. And at minimal cost and at maximum return, it can feel amazing when you help someone. And why not? If you can help someone, help someone. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a stranger, whether it's a family member, whoever it is, anyone, whether it's a human or a freaking animal, you can help. Something's come to mind, right? I mean, we used to have a cat, the most amazing cat in the world. I've had lots of cats, but I haven't had one that talks so much or eats practically anything. And she was an amazing cat, but she only loved me and my wife. Anyone else, she wasn't very, very pleasant towards. We had to give her up, but we have this almost like a wild cat that I give food to almost every day. We have this kind of, I suppose, dynamic where we come home, when we arrive home. She knows, we call her Bablu. She comes to the door, and my wife will always say, shoo, shoo, go, go. And I'll go out and buy food for her, and outside my house is a little cat's bowl for food, and I'll always put food in there. And I believe that, there's a lot to be said about karma. I'm helping this cat, I'm giving this cat food, and in some way it's giving me pleasure. Of course it is. But that aside, I was going to tell you a short story in which I end up being the hero, but it's an example. I don't tell you this to sort of like, for my own ego or something, but it's really to demonstrate how we can do just a little bit more and make massive impact on other people. So what happened was, we were in town, my wife and I and my baby girl, and she had gone to the toilet. She needed a nappy change. So we went to the changing area. It was a little room. And I have to say, it really, really smelt bad, like appallingly bad, actually. And there was this young couple inside, probably from Eastern Europe. Well, when I say probably, I know they were. I speak a little Polish, and they were a Polish couple with a baby girl and a young son, who was probably about 4 years old. And I walked in, and as I walked in, on the side, I saw this Tommy Tippy box of almost like a brand new sterilizing unit type thing. I just noticed it on the bench on the side while they were doing the nappy changing and whatnot for their baby girl. Anyway, they left. I'm with my wife. My wife is breastfeeding. Literally about 2 minutes later, someone walks in the door. There were two doors to this room. I'm on one side of the room, near my wife and child, and someone walks in the room, and it was an Asian man, young Asian man, and he just walks in and he looks around, and I did get angry because I thought, hold on, this is, and I said, look, did you think of knocking? My wife's here, and she's exposed. What's going on? And he said, oh, sorry, I'm sorry, I was looking for something. I said, was it a Tommy Tippy box? And he said, yeah. I said, well, look, there was a couple in before us, literally 2 minutes ago, and I think they've taken it. And you should have seen his face. I mean, his jaw didn't drop, but what I'm saying is that kind of feeling where all of a sudden, you realize you've lost something. And he kind of explained, without looking towards my wife, sort of like put his head down, and he explained, we've just bought this. We came in the room, it smelled so bad, we left the box there. And I said, well, look, let me help you. And I said to my wife, look, I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. So I ran out, literally, and there were 3 exits to this place. So I checked down one exit. He went down the other exit, and the final exit was, I suppose, unmanned, and we couldn't go there at the time, obviously, because it happened so quickly. And I said, look, you go. He had to go back to his wife. His wife was coming or something like that. I said, look, what happened now? Actually, yeah, his wife was arriving. He then continued this search into the abyss, as it was, into the crowd. And at this stage, it's going to be difficult trying to find a box. It's not just they're not just going to be walking around with it in their hands and on their head. So his wife's arrived with this little girl. And her jaw was dropped. She was absolutely gutted completely. Tears in her eyes, like literally, you know, there's water in her eyes. I said, look, just hold on. Let me try the third exit. I'm going to run. So I ran down, and you come out of this exit, and there was a road opposite. And in the distance, I saw what I thought to be this couple walking down. All I noticed was there was a child being carried over the shoulder, and there was a pram and a couple. And I thought, it's got to be them. So I ran as fast as I could towards this couple. And as I did, I saw concealed just under the main part of the pram this box. And at that time, I couldn't even see the name of the box or whatever, because it was quite well hidden. And I went up to them and I said, excuse me, you've taken my box. Now at this point, I couldn't exactly say, excuse me, there's someone in there and you've taken their box and whatever. I said, you've taken my box. And they said, oh, what do you mean? You know, what do you... Long story cut short, initially they were almost denying it, and the woman said, oh, from where? What do you mean? I said, don't be silly. You took that box. It was in the changing room, and I'm taking that back. So anyway, got the box off of them, and I explained to them, I said, look, you've got kids. What if that happened to you? How would you feel if someone did that to you? You could have just handed it in. Anyway, without wanting to sort of get into a debate or a heated argument, took the box, said thanks, ran back. And as I ran back, I kind of ran back with this box over my head, sort of thing, you know, like in this massive triumph sense, you know, this sensation of just victory, right? We've won. I mean, and as I'm running down, I've met this guy's wife who's at the end, right? As I'm coming down, she's just so relieved, and I said, look, I can't believe that they'd hidden this, but you know, I found it. And she said, thank you so much. And of course, he then, I went back into the changing room, the baby changing rooms or whatever. And as we came out, he came, you know, the gentleman came and thanked me, and it was a massive, massive moment. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is, it was very easy for me to turn around and say, if we rewind about 10 minutes or 8 minutes, not into this video, but of this story, it was very easy for me to say, sorry, mate, it's gone. Sorry, mate, you were after this box. There was an Eastern European couple that came before here, you know, just a few minutes ago, they've gone, they've taken it. Sorry, mate, tough luck. But it's just that going the extra mile, coming out, having look, we still didn't find it. I went one way, he went the other, I didn't find it. He didn't find it. And then me thinking, okay, let me try the third exit. Now you think it might be, well, obvious that if it's not one exit, if it's not the second exit, it'll be down the third exit. But 2 minutes had passed. And if you and I know, right, if we'd stolen something, you're not going to hang around. You're going to get out as soon as you can, and you're going to boot it, because you're not going to want to get caught. So literally, I had to run for about probably 200 meters actually. And spot these guys and be on high alert. But not a lot of people would have done that. Now, again, I'm not saying that to sort of make myself look great, but I can't tell you how amazing the feeling was, and how good I felt, and how proud I felt as a human being to be able to help someone else, Not just that, because we're all able to help someone else, but to actually do it. And to have the result of a happy ending. You know, these guys, that must have cost about £80. This little box, I only know that because we bought one and I ended up returning it. But it must have cost about £80. And for them, that was a massive amount of money. I mean, it is money at the end of the day. You could, but that feeling of helping someone, it's an amazing feeling. And what I would say to you is, look, if you can help someone, help someone. Another short story, and it doesn't need to be one person. It can be the simplest thing. Play the Good Samaritan if you can. And when I say if you can, not for any other feeling other than just being human. Just helping because you can help. Giving because you can give. Going the extra mile because you can go the extra mile. Not for anything in return. And I remember, this is going back maybe 2 months ago, every opportunity I have, if I can help someone, I'll try and help someone. Again, I'm saying this as a message to you because you can do the same. And it's such a good feeling. People spend they invest so much time in working so hard or trying to earn money to buy symbols of the experience. So for example, a great car or a big house or, an amazing lifestyle or whatever, to give an impression or to gain feelings that last, God knows how long they last. You might buy a car and for the first month, for the first week, you're the car, and after that, you've lost that kind of feeling. But when you help people, truly help people, there's a really good feeling. And if you have enough of them, it feels good a lot of the time. And if you can help people, which you can, and if you do it often, which you can, you feel good a lot of the time. So a couple of months ago, I was going to my parents' house, and we were going to my parents' house, and on the way there was this massive, massive traffic jam. And what had happened is there was this massive intersection, huge intersection, and on this there was huge lorry, and it had broken down. And I was like, I can't believe, okay, yeah, the police can't be there at a moment's notice, and of course there is this traffic jam, but no one's doing anything. There's all these people horning, and there's all these people, you could see drivers in the cars swearing and getting frustrated and whatnot. So I said to my wife, look, you keep driving, let's swap over, I'll be back, I'll meet you at mum and dad's place. So it was only like literally 10 minutes away. So I got out, went across, and literally stood in the middle of the road and guided the traffic. I mean, literally I was playing traffic warden. At the same time, there was another trucker that came, and he pulled his window down and said, look, do you need a hand towing this truck? And I said, that would be brilliant. So in the middle of playing traffic warden, alongside, on the other side of the intersection, there was a bus driver who the bus had pulled over on the side. He was also helping as well. It felt amazing. Why? What did I get out of it? I wasted half an hour. I mean, when I say wasted, half an hour of my time went, because I wasn't there for 10 minutes. I was there for about maybe 20, 25. Did I get paid? No. Did I get any thanks for it? Not really. I mean, I did from the truck driver and maybe the bus driver, but knowing that I helped someone, I helped probably a couple hundred people in those 20 minutes, drivers from all sections. I helped the flow of traffic. Why am I telling you this? Is it because I want to make myself look like a hero? No, it isn't. I'm passionate, not about the feeling I got from doing something like that. What I'm saying is, I'm passionate about helping people because I can. And you may not share that passion, but how much does it take for you to make someone else feel good? How much would it take for you to help someone, even in the smallest way, to make a difference to their life? I don't think it takes a lot. I think you can do it. I think we can all do it. And I think we all should do it. Why? Because we're human. And it's awesome to be human. And we can do it. That's the reason. We should help people because we can help people. So help people.